How are you, friends? Today we are looking at new conflicts on the world shores. Conflict between Iran and Pakistan. The news break as a surprise for the world that Iran attack with missile on Pakistan and Pakistan attach in reply. Before digging deep into the issue and trying to find what has happened, will it be a new Russia-Ukraine conflict? Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to check other interesting videos on this channel. On January 17 this year, a beautiful picture in news was published in the Iranian newspaper Tehran Times that Pakistan and Iran are opening a technology park in Chahbahar like Silicon Valley with all the facilities for modern technology development. An IT city was to be built. Around this time, Pakistani Higher Education Commission Chairman Dr. Mukhtar Ahmed and Iranian Minister for Science and Technology Mohammad Ali Zulfi were signing a document at the World Economic Forum in Dawes on January 17 itself. A meeting was also held with the Pakistani Prime Minister along with the delegation along with the interim Prime Minister. In this meeting, talks were held on counter-terrorism between the two countries. Iranian Foreign Minister, according to Iranian reports, said that he would like to pursue bilateral relations with Pakistan. It is very certain that there is a connection with this. Their country wants to take the business of both $2.5 to $5 billion. When all this was happening during the day on January 17, the Iranian government was in a very difficult situation. It was such that on the evening of December 25, Israel carried out an airstrike and killed Iranian military advisor Commander Syed Reza Mousavi. Iran made many threats that it would take revenge at the place and time of its choice, but as weeks passed, something like this happened. Major action could not be taken. It could not target even a single Israeli general or military expert of this level. After this, on January 3, on the death anniversary of General Qasim Soleimani, 2 blasts took place in Iran, killing more than 100 Iranians. On this, Iran again announced that it will not spare the attackers. It also hinted that Israeli or American forces are behind this. Apart from this, during the Israeli attack on Gaza, the entire Western world was continuously pointing fingers towards Iran and putting pressure on it. There was ulterior motive and military pressure to stop supporting Leibniz. These are just a few examples, but you can understand that this was the time when Iran is in greater need of its friends and allies who are Saudi Arabia. Despite American pressure, Iran's enemies are not ready for any military or diplomatic support against Iran. If they are not ready to at least go to the camp, then in this environment of great need for friends, on the morning of January 17, the Iranian newspaper Tehran Times it is printed with the headline that Iran hits back, Iran has taken revenge. Iran has rained missiles on the bases of Israeli agency Mossad and terrorist groups in Iraq and Pakistan in the evening. It is not surprising that many allies have attacked Iran by taking the name of Israel. What happened was that on January 15, Iranian forces carried out 8 attacks in the Kurdish region of Erbil, Iraq. How many of these attacks were martyred and how many were ballistic missiles is not known, but it was a big attack, which caused a lot of damage to many big multi-story buildings standing together, which is a complete complex. Didar Alan, a senior of Mossad, whose nickname was Fox Loom, has been killed. It was his revenge for his advisor and Iran did this. Also said that 4 of his companions have also been killed in this attack. There is no confirmation from Israel yet. According to the Iranian agency, these Israeli agents were working in Erbil in the Kurdish region of Iraq in the northern region for 20 years and they killed a spy headquarters was maintained from here. These people used to spy on Iran and plan operations against it. On this, the Iraqi government and foreign ministry made a strong statement to Iran that their freedom and peace have been attacked on sovereignty. Iraq withdrew its ambassador from Iran. It could not respond to the attack with an attack. On the same night, Iran attacked its other friend Syria, which it considers a part of axis of resistance like Iraq, also in the Maghreb region. Attack on Adlib in the western region. This is the region which is currently under the control of Bashar al-Assad in the anti-Iran group. Here Iran fired at least 4 ballistic missiles. These missiles were the biggest display of military power to date in which 1,200 targets up to 1,200 kilometers away were hit. According to Tehran in this area of Syria, those terrorists of ISIS used to take training who had carried out 2 big blasts in Iran on January 3. Qasim Soleimani on the occasion of his death anniversary, he said that after taking training from this area of Syria, they used to go to ISIS intelligence bases in Janju, Afghanistan and build them there and then from there they used to come back to Iran and carry out attacks. In this statement, Iran also blamed Afghanistan on its 4th target that its soil is also being used against Iran, in which embezzlement is also quite true. which means according to Iran, they are training a terrorist organization in collaboration with the Daesh established in Afghanistan. The ground has been destroyed in the evening, while the local rulers of that area say that their reason is that where this attack was carried out, there was an old laboratory and a medical facility which was closed for a long time. The Syrian government took responsibility for this attack. But Bashar al-Assad's government did not raise much objection because, as you know, Idlib city is already under the control of the rebels against them, who are American-backed rebels. They are established there with the support of Americans. That is why America and Britain have Bashar al-Assad. No, but America and Britain issued statements of concern on Iran's attack on this attack. In these two regions alone, during the time of Joe Biden's leadership, there were around 200 attacks. In November last year, when this war, the recent war between Israel and Gaza, had not become so intense. Even at that time, according to Voice of America, America had already carried out 151 attacks in this region by attacking the Syria of these areas. Well, then Iran probably had some kind of suspicion on Syria and Iraq that its people have been attacked in these areas before. In these countries, which are considered friends of Iran, there is a conspiracy between America and Iraq to attack it. Israel had already attacked, so Iran was doing this, but you should keep in mind that Iran was publishing proud news of the attacks on Mumma, was announcing all this on the official surface. Mumma is not the enemy of Iran, they are friends. Baris was not a good thing for him, and this is the mother whose security forces are the real masters of Iran. In case of any terrorism, all the tables are set, especially with Pakistan, and the relations are so good, especially with Pakistan, that 16 on January, Pakistan and Iranian Navy were doing military exercises. This was the third non-national attack by Iran in Baluchistan, just a few kilometers away from its border. According to Iranian media, IRGC was involved in this attack. That is, nearby Darain Inquilab guards had attacked members of the terrorist group Jaish-ullah in Pakistani Baluchistan because, according to them, these same people had killed 11 policemen in the Iranian area of Rusk in early January and had also attacked them. It was complained to Pakistan many times that there is a group here which is taking root, but Pakistan was not acting, so they had to act. After Iranian attack, Pakistani Foreign Office took immediate action on this, and Iranian Safir was arrested. That you had already gone to Tehran, a message was sent to them that you do not need to come back. Also, Pakistan also called its own travelers from Iran back to Islamabad from Tehran. That is, the official relations between Pakistan and Iran went into the cold as selfish relations. But if the embassies are reached, then both will be present and their staff will also be present, but this will work in case of very low-level relations, because removing Safir means that your relations with that country are no longer fully restored. The Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs had written to Iran that it reserves the right to respond to this illegal attack and all the responsibility for it will be on Iran, indicating this. Now friends were on the side of military action. Such a bad situation in Pakistan-Iran relations has rarely happened before, so to cool down the situation a bit, Iranian Foreign Ministry tried to handle the matter. In a statement, Bajar clarified that Iran has not targeted any Pakistani citizen but has targeted the hideouts of an Iranian-based terrorist group in which all the Iranians are remembered as terrorists, but none of them are our friends and brother. No city of the Islamic country Pakistan was destroyed. Now, where Iran was terrorizing the people, friends, according to Pakistan, 2 children were killed and 3 women were injured at that place, which is obviously due to the attacks on Iran. These children cannot be the culprits at all. Pakistan had already given a strict statement, so everyone knew that Pakistani forces would definitely show some kind of hard response so that it can prove its basic responsibility. The advisability of protecting the Pakistani borders. Pakistan's record is also this. That's what he replied. You will remember that the Indian Air Force and military are much more modern than Iran. On the 25th of February 2019, when they tried to enter the Pakistani border, the Pakistani army intercepted them. That is why the Indian army, the preparations had escaped after dropping their payload in the chaos. After this, on February 27th, in response to the Indian aggression, Pakistan had carried out 6 airstrikes in Indian-controlled Kashmir, after which during the return of the Pakistani preparations, the Indian preparations also backed the Pakistani preparations. An attempt was made to have a dog fight with them, in which then, according to Pakistan, 2 Indian-ready vehicles were destroyed, out of which the debris of one fell in Pakistan and the debris of the other fell in Indian-occupied Kashmir. That it has been destroyed by Pakistan, whereas Pakistan claims that it has destroyed 2 Indian-prepared ones. This is why Pakistan had attacked, so that there should not be much loss of lives in India, so that India does not have to face public pressure for a retaliatory attack. If something happens and a big war does not start, at the same time India should also know that Pakistan have the full capability to take retaliatory action. This action is not considered a weakness at the international level but a responsible action by a responsible country. Then this is what Pakistan did. Now in the case of Iran too, everyone was sure that Pakistan would launch a similar retaliatory attack so that things would be squared off and a major war could not happen. But friends, let us stop for a few moments and see what the issue on the border of Iran and Pakistan is. In fact, the Baloch people, who speak different accents of Balochi language, are divided into three distinct groups. The population of Balochi people live in the provinces of Kandahar, Helmand and Namraz in Afghanistan. Along with this, Seestan is the province of Balochi people in Iran. 15 to 20 lakh Baloch live here, whereas the highest population of Baloch is in Pakistan, which is a little less than 70 lakhs. Then many Baloch on the Iranian side. Most of them belong to the Sunni sect of Hanafi, and their revolutionary government strongly adheres to the Iranian revolutionary government for their rights. Iran's accusation is that they also want freedom, and Iran also accuses them of terrorism. Just a few years ago in Iran, a group of Malik Regi Baloch by the name of Jand had very good luck. Malik Regi and his group were blamed by Iran. He was accused of many bomb blasts and suicide attacks himself, but in 2010, Iranian intelligence arrested him. Many have been arrested from Mutsanstan. Pakistan helped, and there were also reports that they were arrested from an airline coming from Dubai. This is our base information of Iran and Pakistan conflict. We will continue to dig deep in this topic in our next part. To get notification of that, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching.